Hello, welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Kee. We are live for Dundee away at Rapid Vienna. It's the first leg of this Europa Conference League tie. Big opportunity for Dundee to make it through to the next round. I think they'll probably fancy themselves here, Dundee. Dundee United. Keep saying Dundee. Dundee United. They'll fancy themselves, I think. Because Rapid Vienna they're not the same Rapid Vienna that maybe we knew over the last few years. It's a different Rapid Vienna, I'll say that. And I think Dundee United can capitalise on it. It's got some good players. Obviously, Sapsford's come in and done quite well. So we'll see. We'll see how tonight goes. We've got the lineups up on screen if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, 1 second. I'll put it up on the screen and you can see the players that we've got playing today. So I'll go through the lineups very quickly because we are only about 15-20 minutes or so from kickoff. So let's talk through the lineups very quickly. For Rapid Vienna, it is Hedl in goal, Boller, Svetkovic, Rauyau, Horn at the back. And then it's Sangare, Amane and Seidel. Romeo Amane in midfield. He is a player worth watching. He came from the Swedish league, played for Häcken. Very, very exciting young player. He is 22. He's 22. But yeah, Romeo Amane is definitely worth watching for Rapid Vienna. He's got alongside Sangare and Seidel. And then up front, it's Dahl, Petr Dahl, Radulovic and Yanis Antist. Yanis Antist, another young player worth watching. Again, he's on loan from Nuremberg. Still only 22, but he was very, very highly rated. Not all that long ago, he got 9 goals in 12 games. 9 goals and assists in 12 games for Nuremberg last year. So I'm a little bit surprised that they're letting him go. Yanis Antist and Romeo Amane, definitely two worth watching there for Rapid Vienna. For Dundee United, it's Kucherenko in goal. Kucherenko had a pretty good game, I thought. Kucherenko had a pretty good game, I thought, in the game at Unastrassen in the last round. Kreshtes left back. Esselink, another new signing, he did all right. Jovu obviously scored the goal. Savelli on the right. And then it's a midfield of Papko, Sibold and Kamara. And then it's Ferry, Watters and Sapsford up front. Sapsford, he's going to have to do a little bit better than he did last time out, but still lots expected of him coming in from the Aussie League, isn't he? It's the West Sydney Wanderers. Twisted Fate. I just watched Bayern versus Spurs. Spurs got smacked up. What was it? What was the game that what was the score? I've not seen. Michael, will you be going live for Premier League games? I am indeed, Michael. Yes, I've just scheduled a lot of games over the next week and a half, culminating in Liverpool and Bournemouth, which is next Friday night. So yeah, next Friday we'll be watching Liverpool against Bournemouth at Anfield. If you want to join me for that, make sure you've liked and subscribed and all that good stuff. We've got loads more footy before then, though. We've got Porto against Guimarães, Vitória Sporting Club Guimarães on Monday. We're going to be watching the Charity Shield, obviously. Liverpool against Crystal Palace. We're going to be watching... who else are we going to be watching? Who have I actually scheduled? Birmingham v Ipswich tomorrow. Birmingham v Ipswich. This weekend on Saturday, we've got Southampton Wrexham. We've got West Brom v Blackburn. And we've got Sheffield United against Bristol. Bristol City, that should be. Spurs v PSG as well in the Super Cup next week. So loads of good footy on next week. And I'll be live for every single one of them. So if you like these sorts of watch-alongs, come and give us a like, come and give us a subscribe. We talk footy on them. So we can have a chat about whatever you're thinking. But I want your predictions as well. I want to hear what you're thinking for the Premier League season, Callum, come on, Robertson's old side. Yeah, I want to get your predictions for the Premier League season because there's a lot of people who are telling me some outlandish predictions. I've got to be honest. Some outlandish predictions. Everton to finish in the top half. Brentford to be relegated. None of that seems to make sense to me. Um, do, do. Sam, is it Champions League we're watching? No, mate, we're not. We're watching Europa Conference League. Dundee United away at Rapid Vienna. Reese, I'm here to talk successful transfer windows with Newcastle fans. Reese, Arsenal win the league and comfortably. You don't believe that, Reese. You don't believe that. Michael, I think the Carabao Cup is on next week too, but it's too early in the Cup to be getting excited in my eyes. I am thinking of doing some Carabao Cup and maybe even some National League games. Callum, first Liverpool, second City, third Chelsea, fourth Arsenal, fifth Villa, sixth Spurs. Is the signing of Sesko not changing your mind in terms of how it affects Manchester United? I don't know. Does Manchester United's summer transfer window change where people think they might finish? Billy Moore, City to win it by 10 points. Reese, here's a controversial opinion. Spurs finished 13th or 14th. Spurs to finish 13th or 14th? That feels excessive. I don't know, that feels a bit much. Caleb, come on, Sesko done. 100 Timmy, 3421, Onana, Yoro, De Ligt, Martinez, Ahmad, Baleba, Bruno, Dorgu, Kinder Bueno, Cunha and Sesko. I mean, that's still for me, I still can't see him finishing any higher than maybe 7th or 8th. Billy Moore, Glazers out, protest by October. Get the yellow and gold scarves out, Barb. Get the yellow, gold and green scarves out. Yeah, it will be, won't it? I can see that as well. Callum, United are shite still. We've seen 3 signings do nothing to him. Twisted Fate says, so many people sleeping on United, Key. But I expect that, to be honest. We wasn't great last season. I mean, what you've done in pre-season, Twisted Fates, though, just saying that people haven't seen United in pre-season and maybe there's something to be impressed by with that. But is that something that you'd take too much stock of? I've seen Liverpool get torn up in pre-season and then win the league title. I've seen us win every game in pre-season and win bugger all. So it doesn't really mean an awful lot for me, the pre-season. Billy Moore, facts, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, only teams who could genuinely win it. There's no way Chelsea get close to it. There's no way Chelsea. Why are people saying Chelsea? Chelsea? Robert Sanchez, Toshin Adrabayo, Badia Shield, these players are going to win a Premier League title. Come on. They don't get close to it. Chelsea could have finished 7th. 7th Chelsea could have finished on the final day last year. 7th. Come on. 7th. There's no way Chelsea get anywhere close to winning the Premier League. No way. Absolutely no way. Taylor, he was the GOAT in the Club World Cup final. Who was the GOAT? Callum, in it we beat City 3-1 in the Shield. They won the treble and we finished 5th. Twisted Fate, our midfield is bad, yeah. Our keeper still sucks. But our attack is free-flowing now, Key. Do I expect us to win the league? No. But putting us below 8th are just speaking from hatred. No, mate, it's not hatred. It really isn't hatred. I just look at Manchester United and I think, well, your midfield will get run through. And I mean run through every single time you get played. It doesn't matter what team you what midfield combination you put in there. If it's Bruno and Casemiro, if it's Casemiro and Mainu, if it's Agate and Casemiro, doesn't matter. Manchester United get ran through every single time. Bad midfield. Defence, again, you've got Onana back there. You still got to put a defence in there that's got Maguire and maybe De Ligt. I don't think a lot of United fans are massively convinced on De Ligt. Maguire's still a little bit all over the place. You know, Martinez, we don't know what happens with him. But yeah, United, I can see United finishing in the top 10, but I can't see it. When I look at, you're not as good as Spurs. You're not as good. Let's start from the top. You're not as good as Liverpool. You're not as good as City. You're not as good as Arsenal. You're not as good as Chelsea. You're not as good as Villa. You're not as good as Newcastle. You're not as good as Spurs. So there's 7. There's no way you finish higher than those. No way. Absolutely no way at all you finish higher than those. 0 chance. Now maybe the Brightons you could finish higher than, maybe, at a push. If you got Belabor, you could possibly take over Spurs and maybe you could have a look at the Villas and the Newcastles. But that still only gets you to about 6th. Really. Maybe. It's a long way to go in this transfer window and I still just can't look at Manchester United and think they're going to challenge for that top 4. They're just not. And I think that is what we're looking at with Manchester United, isn't it? I do think that is what we're seeing. We are seeing the gamble. We're seeing them gamble. We're seeing them go, do you know what we'll do? We'll put all of our cash, all of our revenue, all of our money behind try and get back in the Champions League. It's all they've got. Nothing else. Twisted Fate, that just means we have to play like Chelsea did until they fixed up Key. We have to outscore the opposition. Twisted Fate, not as good as Spurs. Spurs are the worst than us. I agree about Newcastle, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, but not Spurs. I think Spurs are better than United. I'd be amazed if there's many United fans would disagree with that. If you look at United's midfield and Spurs' midfield wins every day of the week. You look at Spurs' defence, goalkeeper, Spurs wins every day of the week. You just have to say maybe the attack, on Burmo, Cunha, Sesko, United's attack might be a touch better. But I don't think it's massively better. Kulusevski's up there. They've got Kulusevski, they've got Kudus. It's not a bad attack, it's a very, very good attack. Callum, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea is clear top 4, let's be real. Yeah, that's the top 4. That is the top 4. There might be a couple of movements inside it, but it's definitely those 4 teams. RCPV, how are you doing? Always try to watch your streams from Honduras. Yes, my friend from San Pedro Sula. Love it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Billy Moore, United fans get giddy, then cry. Remember Sanchez on the piano, the gift that keeps on giving. Ryan, what's your thoughts on Jackson? He seems to be getting attention from big European clubs. Well, Newcastle seem to be chasing Nicholas Jackson, and I just wonder whether or not maybe Newcastle should be going for Jørgen Strand Larsen. Jørgen Strand Larsen's the next best attacker in the Premier League, He outscored Jean-Philippe Mateta in a worse team in less games, and he's 3 years younger. So I would have Jørgen Strand Larsen over Mateta every single day of the week. Jørgen Strand Larsen also outscored and outcreated Nicholas Jackson last season, and João Pedro, funnily enough. Jørgen Strand Larsen is one of those players definitely getting slept on. So for me, yes, I would be looking at, if I was Newcastle, I'd just go to Wolves and say, listen, we'll put 65, 70 million down for Jørgen Strand Larsen. Do it. Callum says apparently Bayern want Jackson too. No, not with Harry Kane up front. I'd be amazed if they did that. That doesn't seem like a Bayern type of signing. Twisted Fate, my wild take is though, Arsenal don't hit top 4. Gyökeres can be a great signing, but let's be real, Arteta isn't going to use the right setup, formation or tactics to get the most out of him. I do think it's a really fair point with Gyökeres. By the way, we are watching the Dundee United game. Watching Dundee United away at Rapid Vienna. It's just 5 minutes to kick off now. So we will discuss that game, but there's nothing happening on the telly. The players aren't even out yet. I think the thing with Gyökeres is that he is used to having lots and lots of space in behind. He's used to running in behind. That is what you would expect from a striker playing in the Premier Liga. He's not going to get that in the Prem. He's not going to get it in the Prem. He's going to have such little space. It's going to be, I know for a fact he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle. Caleb Darwin, what a flop for Liverpool. Mate, Darwin's better than Sesko. I'm not even joking. Darwin Núñez is better than Sesko. You'll realise that. He's better than Sesko. Sesko got 11 goals in the league last year. 11. You've overpaid. You've definitely overpaid. He's not a bad player. He's not a bad player, but you've definitely overpaid. Circa 70, 75 million quid, whatever it ends up being. Oh, it's a lot of money for him. It's a lot of money for him. For a young player who looks, again, a bit like Gyökeres, looks a lot better than he actually is. 11 league goals last season. That feels a lot to be buying that sort of a player with. Ryan, Sesko surprised me with the money both United and Newcastle wanted to pay. I think they were just desperate, weren't they? They were just desperate. Sam Butler, SCFC, are you watching Cardiff v Vale? I'm not, Sam, no. I'm watching Dundee United against Rapid Vienna, or Rapid Vienna against Dundee United in the Conference League. So that's live now. Twisted Fate, I only wanted Sesko to be a hindrance for Liverpool getting Isak, I'm not going to lie. I firmly believe I would be absolutely amazed if Alexander Isak hasn't already agreed a move. As in Newcastle, it's already done. I think Newcastle and Liverpool have already shook hands, it's done, it's agreed. I am absolutely certain of it. I would be amazed if it was the opposite of that. Absolutely amazed. Absolutely amazed. Wayne wouldn't be hating if Liverpool signed him. Wirtz, 113 million. What did he do last season? He scored more than Sesko. Scored more than Sesko. Sesko got 11 goals, mate. 11 league goals. Come on, Wayne. 11 league goals. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying 11 league goals feels a lot for 75 million. Finn, Dewsbury Hall, class signing. Again, is he a class signing? Is he a class signing? Dewsbury Hall, 30 million quid. Come on. 30 million quid. He's not a class signing. You could get better than that. I feel like Dewsbury Hall he turns like the Titanic. He turns like the Titanic. He's just an okay player. For me, he's not as good as Dwight McNeil. He's not as good as Dwight McNeil. Tom, would Everton signing Grealish be a good signing in your opinion? Again, it wouldn't be a bad signing. If they got Grealish, Everton, it wouldn't be a bad signing. But it's probably also worth saying that he's going to cost, 8 million quid a season? 8 million quid for the season? They're going to have to pay for Grealish on loan? And you could go and get someone else. He's getting on for 30. He doesn't have a great return in terms of goals and assists. To me, I just think it's a baffling move for Everton to be going out there and paying the big bucks for Jack Grealish. Doesn't make any sense for me. I think, yeah, maybe Spurs, maybe it makes a little bit more sense. But if you're Everton, I think you've got to... for me, I wouldn't even be going after Grealish. I would be putting all of that extra cash into Tyler Diblin. Tyler Diblin is a much better signing for Everton. That's a signing that would make me take notice. I'd sit up and take notice at that. I'd be like, how are Everton pulling off Tyler Diblin? I'd have Tyler Diblin at Liverpool. Top player. Top young player. Really, really good player. Fanta Fruit Twist. Why do you say everything twice? It's really weird. Dunno. Just in case there's anyone watching who didn't hear it the first time. Just in case there's anyone watching who didn't hear it the first time. Swifty, Spurs looked dreadful today against Bayern. What score was it? I haven't seen. There's an Anthony Taylor lookalike here. Ref in this game. Normal guy, Lucas Chevalier to PSG completed. Doesn't look like that's going to accelerate Donnarumma's exit though. Okay, we're off here in Vienna. Dundee United away at Rapid. Got to get a point here to take back to Dundee to try and get something out of this. It's going to be a really difficult one. Good team, Rapid. Maybe not the team that they once were, but they're a good team. Tobias Lowenstein, is Liverpool favourite to win the Premier League? Yes, undoubtedly Liverpool are favourite to win the Premier League. I wish they weren't. I'd quite like it if City came from nowhere, to be honest. I'd quite like it, quite enjoy it. Tom, where do you think Everton will finish this season? Depends on what you do in the next 2 weeks. Depends what happens over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, before the end of the season, at the end of the summer window, sorry. If Everton are able to somehow get hold of maybe 2 to 3 more players, and they're all decent quality, then I think they stay up. I think they're fine. But if it finishes as it is, or maybe... I just look at that Everton squad, mate. It's paper thin. It's really, really tight. And I can't look at Everton and think that you're going to finish any higher at the moment. At the moment, if the season started tomorrow and the window's shut, I think Everton would finish probably about 16th, 17th. And again, probably in a relegation fight, maybe even lower than that. Who knows? Dewsbury Hall, I just don't see as a... He's not a game-changing signing. He's not a player who kicks Everton on. He probably will go into the Everton starting lineup, but he's not a player who does an awful lot for you in terms of an attacking sense. Very slow. Everton are craving pace as well. Johnny, United aren't having a bad window, but Belabor is what would really make me sit up. Very true. Yes, very true. Kucherenko was really impressive last week, I thought, for Dundee United away at Unerstrasse. And I know it was only away to a team in the Luxembourg leagues, but fair play. I thought he was very solid. New goalkeeper coming in. I think he did really well. And I can see why the manager would have been impressed with him. That's a really, really good touch on the left-hand side. Unlucky. I think does he want to throw in there? Finney, I think there's a decent chance that Leeds and Sunderland both stay up if Leeds secure Mitrovic. Definitely need a centre-forward, Leeds, don't they? Yeah. Tom, wait until Dewsbury Hall shines this season. The thing is, mate, Dewsbury Hall, he's only really seen one decent season in his career, and it was for Leicester in the Championship. He's never done it in the Premier League. And when he's played in the Championship, he played in that sort of left wing position or in a number 10 position. Everton, if anything, are kind of overloaded in the left wing position and in the 10 position. You've got Alcaraz there, you've got Dwight McNeil there, and you've got Ndai there. I'm not sure I would have brought Dewsbury Hall in. I think he's probably an extra body who can play in different places, but he's not brilliant. Not for 30 million quid. I would have expected Everton to get a player. For 30 million quid, you want a player with resale value. Dewsbury Hall's 27. He's never seen signs of getting a kick for England. Nowhere near a kick for England. Tells you an awful lot. He's bang average. Alex Macklin, Everton need wingers, 100%. Swifty says Moyes loves those hard workers. That is very true, yeah, and I think that's another thing that probably works in Dewsbury Hall's favour, isn't it? Is that he's look at who else David Moyes has targeted today. Just targeted today. John McGinn from Villa. Everton have had an £18 million bid rejected by Aston Villa. That is a David Moyes signing if ever I've seen one. So he's bringing in experienced, I meant to say, not young. Experienced British players, workmanlike, players he can trust. He doesn't want players off the continent who maybe don't speak the language as well. He has to kind of over-communicate things to. No, he wants John McGinns, he wants Dewsbury Halls, he wants Jack Grealish's maybe. Players who he can just treat. Lads, he did this a little bit with the old school Everton side, didn't he? He brought in players who he could rely on, players from the lower leagues. Players like Phil Neville came in, did a fantastic job for him. He wants players he can rely on. Ryan, do you think Rodri gets back to full ability? I think that really determines City's season. Absolutely, yeah. Listen, I really like Rodri. He's a top player. I don't know if he gets back to his very, very best, but certainly approaching that, yeah. Rapid Vienna carrying the ball forward here. Dundee United just holding the shape, to be honest. They've limited them early in the opening 5 minutes here. Not too many chances. And that one's gone straight out for a goal kick, which Kusharenko will take in a minute. Junior, hello from Greece. How's it going? Good to see you. Caleb, what position do you think is the hardest position in football? I think goalkeeper. Well, they're all hard, really. I mean, the goalkeeper, if you make a mistake, you generally cost your team the game. But if you're a centre forward, it's probably the position where... I don't know. Yeah, maybe goalkeeper. Maybe you're right. Zod, cool haircut, cheers man. 3-star Reds, lovely. New Forest away kit out today. Not sold on it when I saw it in the leaked pictures, but love it now, seeing it online with the sponsor on it. It's going to be a corner to Rapid Vienna. Shot from outside the box by Sangare there. Big deflection, and it's gone behind. Now, Dundee United having to just bed in and ride this opening 10 minutes. They've been alright, actually, for the first few. I feel like I've got a hair on my nose. Johnny, I wonder where Branthwaite will end up moving. If he stays this year, I think United makes sense. Yeah, I think so too. I can't see Branthwaite staying another year. Not unless Everton get European football somehow. That's brilliant play by Romeo Amane there from Rapid Vienna. Brilliant, brilliant play. Dundee United getting done in midfield. I'm not sure I'd be happy with that as the manager. There's 3 Dundee United players surrounding the ball, and the 1 Rapid Vienna player came out with it. You don't want that. Swifty, they've signed Barry for decent money. Can't say I've ever watched him. Yeah, Barry's a good player. Barry's a very good player. He's still young, he's still raw. I think it's quite obvious they're just going to have him from the bench. It seems that Beto's going to be the player they start with. Rapid Vienna holding the ball at the back here now. Seems like, certainly in the opening 10 minutes, Dundee United have taken the position of what we have we hold, and let's try and maybe hit them on the counter-attack. But if we get away from this with a point, it's not a bad result at all, which I would agree with. Yeah, I think you'd be happy with that. Joe, we've dodged a bullet on Sesko. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I think for the price that United have paid, it's a very, very risky fee. Very risky fee. He's a decent player, very raw, but you've got to remember, 11 league goals last season. 11 league goals, that's a lot. That's not a lot, rather. Lisha, Key, you wouldn't be saying this stuff if LFC didn't win last year's Prem. What stuff? Random, do you reckon Wolverhampton can stay up? I do, yes, Wolves will be fine. Wolves will be fine. Don't see an issue with Wolves at all. Lisha, hat-tricks of rejections, and Burmo wanted him. We got him. ATM, what do you think of Reinders, and what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate, and I really, really like Tijani Reinders. That's a top signing for City. Him and Rodri in a midfield, that seems to be a very, very good midfield, I think. Michael, has Nunes gone to Saudi? He has, yeah. He has. He's had his medical today in Germany, said his goodbyes to his teammates, and he's probably going to be announced as a Al Hilal player in the next couple of days. Light Skin Lieutenant, how are you, Premier League Dad? Long time no see. Good to see you, mate. How's it going? Yeah, good to have you back on. Lisha, what do you mean for the price United paid? Newcastle literally offered more to Leipzig and more wages to Sesko. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter about what I wasn't saying the price United paid in comparison to the price Newcastle offered. I'm saying the price that it eventually got to get him, it was extortionate. I would have said it was the same for Newcastle. If Newcastle had signed Sesko, I would have equally said he's a good player, but I think it's an awful lot of money for him. 11 league goals, it's a lot of money. It's not. He's not an elite centre forward. When you look, put it this way, when you look at the percentile comparison between Ekatike and when you look at Ekatike and Sesko from last season, Oh, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. He's like ahead of him on everything. Miles ahead of him on everything as well. So, you know, you've paid elite money for not an elite striker. It smells of another Hoyland, that one, to me. Joe, I've just been called a melt. ATM, do you reckon Gakpo is nailed for Liverpool as a starter? No, I don't think he's nailed for Liverpool as a starter. Certainly not at this moment in time. Rapid Vienna, chance, claim for the penalty. No. Dundee United, really, really good play in the midfielder. Kamara does well. Very, very sharp play. Sarpsborg picks it up. Comes out to the edge of the box. Shots. It's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick to Dundee United. Yeah, Gakpo I think does get plenty of starts for Liverpool, but I think there's every chance we start with Ekitike sometimes on the left. So a lot of the time we'll start with Gakpo on the left. Sometimes we'll have Isak through the middle. Sometimes we'll have Ekitike through the middle. Sometimes we'll start with Wirtz on the left as well. That'll happen sometimes. Michael, once Nunes gets in Saudi, he'll be stuck there unless they decide to loan him. Well, he's only signed a 3-year contract, funnily enough, Michael. A 3-year contract with Al Hilal. So he can leave, and he probably will leave, I would imagine, inside 2 years. Once he's got a big chunk of change, he'll go. And that's another interesting bit. Why would it be 3 years? Why would he sign a contract for 3 years to go to Saudi? That suggests to me that he didn't really want to go anyway. He's just going for the cash, really, isn't he? Ollie Marley, what happened to Cardiff, Port Vale? Got to prioritise the European games, mate. Got to prioritise the European games, I think. Johnny, Greenwood might be United's biggest income of the window at this rate. Jackson had a better season than Sesko last season. He did, yeah. He did. The Real Donut, DJ17. What games on Saturday? We've got 3 games on Saturday. We've got Southampton and Wrexham. It's the early kickoff. Then we've got West Brom against Blackburn at 3 o'clock. And then the late kickoff to 5:30 is Sheffield United against Bristol. Callum, Gakpo is too guessable. I can't lie. He's more of a wide creator now. Gakpo's brilliant. I really like Gakpo. 3-star Reds. My mum's gone to Skeggy for a couple of days, so plenty of football in 4K and the ice cream tub is getting some hammer. Nice. Slavia. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Johnny, Sesko got 2 less goals and 3 less assists in a much worse team. I know it's still a lot. That's still a lot. And he probably played a lot less than Jackson as well. Oh, sorry, he played a lot more than Jackson as well. I think Jackson only played about 29, 30 games in the league. And a lot of them were off the bench in the end. Brooke, where do you reckon United will be at the end of the season? Now we've got Sesko, Cunha and Mbermo. I think you're probably looking at about 8th. About 8th at the... Maybe not at the max. About 8th, yeah. 8th feels about right for Manchester United. Belaber... If you get Belaber, then that probably pushes you up a couple of places. It gets United probably into that bracket of like the top 6 again. Maybe 6th, maybe 5th. But you'd have to get Belaber and you'd probably have to get a goalkeeper as well. We've got a player down here for Vienna. Is it for Vienna? Oh no, it's not. It's Kamara, I think, for Dundee United. He's getting stretched off. This is bad. This is really bad. It was a pretty innocuous challenge as well. I thought it was the Vienna player who had gone down. Oh, that's grim. Really sad to see. Really, really sad to see. I think is it Kamara? It's not. It's Isaac Papo. Isaac Papo, I think, is the player who is going off. The Ghanaian. He's only played 1 game for Dundee United as well since moving from Ferencvaros in the summer. And he's gone off the pitch. That's going to be a disappointing one for those Dundee United fans. ATM, I think City got the best Bundesliga forward and deal in Marmoush. He's a baller. Yeah, very good player. Yeah, exceptional player. Really like Marmoush. Lisha, Sesko got 13 goals and Akatiki got 15. Not much of a difference, is there, Key? It's not just about goals, though, mate, isn't it? It's goals and assists. In terms of overall contribution, I think Sesko got something like 30% less than Akatiki last season. So it was quite considerably less. Quite considerably. Wasn't just a couple of goals here and there. We're talking across the entire season, all competitions, Akatiki, far, far more goals and assists than Sesko. 3-star Reds, I agree with 8th for United. Key, they need consistency. So 8th from bottom half, not far off with that prediction. I just don't see them being better than Spurs, Newcastle or Villa at this moment in time. I think Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, they're nowhere near Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, City. Absolutely nowhere near them. Nowhere near, not even close to them. They'll be 20, 30 points probably away from those teams. They're not finishing anywhere near those. But they might get around the Newcastles, the Villas, the Spurs, depending on what happens. But I still think Newcastle are a better team than United. Still think Villa are a better team. And I think Spurs are a much better team. I actually think Spurs finishing above all those three, to be honest. Even after the disappointing news with Maddison this week. Swifty, casuals. Can't see that United can afford Baleba this window. I think they're inquiring for a year's time. I think they're expecting to move on players like Sancho and Garnacho. Obviously, Garnacho to Chelsea, 40 million quid. That seems to be likely as well. So, Johnny, every time we've played Newcastle last year, they played us off the park. We won't be close to Newcastle or Villas without Baleba or a keeper. I would agree with that, yeah. I'd agree with that. Ronnie Dodge, to be fair, Leipzig was poor last season. I know, but even before that, Sesko for me is a lot like Gyökeres. He looks a very, very good player. Looks an incredible player. Big, tall, strong, bit of pace about him. When he scores, they're usually like net rippers. He's got a lot of power about him. Doesn't have it up here a lot though. Doesn't have it upstairs. He's not a smart centre forward. His movement is a little bit iffy. But yeah, he's talented. He's talented and he'll do okay. I think he'll do better than Højlund, but maybe not as good as 75 million. So that would be my prediction with Benjamin Sesko. Same with Gyökeres, to be honest. Same with Gyökeres. I think Gyökeres does okay, but not 70 odd million worth. Jack, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Jack, go on, over the moon with the Mark Guehi signing for Sunderland on loan. Why are you over the moon with him? What makes you think he'll be... I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way, but what makes you think that Mark Guehi will be the signing for Sunderland? What do you think is the driving factor with that one? Dundee United driving forward. They win the throw-in down this right-hand side. It's a hell of an atmosphere tonight in Vienna. You can see there's flags are waving on the old cop stand there behind the goal. But yeah, Papo went off and Dolcek came on, by the way, just to update everyone. So, good win. Good win forced into an early change there. But it's the Allianz Stadion here in Vienna, which is the setting for tonight's game. Dawn Whittaker, game request 13th of September. Bradford versus Huddersfield, West Yorkshire derby. I think we can maybe make time for that. We'll have to see what other games are on that day. 3-star Reds think Bournemouth will struggle this season with the amount of players they have sold. Who won the right to face Palace in the conference playoff match? I think Bournemouth, first off, I think Bournemouth will be okay. I don't know if they'll struggle, but I think they'll do all right. Mid-table yet again. But I agree, they'll definitely feel those players that they've lost. Dundee United have intercepted it here down the left-hand side. Much, much better from Kamara. Just not quite good enough there. Comes out to this right-hand side. Sapsford pulls it back. It's cleared away. Very nice. 3-star Reds, who won the right to face Palace in the conference? So, Palace will face, it's looking like, Fredrikstad of Norway. Because Midtjylland, it's Fredrikstad against Midtjylland, and they played earlier tonight, and Midtjylland won 3-1 in the first leg. The second leg is in Denmark, it's back in Midtjylland. So for me, I think it's almost certain that Fredrikstad are going to lose that tie, and that would mean they would meet Palace. So yeah, Palace will probably meet Fredrikstad, assuming, of course, that Palace don't win the legal battle against Nottingham Forest and UEFA, which is being heard on the 11th. So on the 11th of this month, on the Monday, next Monday, we will hear whether or not Crystal Palace have been re-entered into the Europa League, or if they are to stay in the Conference League and probably face Fredrikstad. Luca Talks Dons, good to see you. How's it going, mate? Lisha, I'm not comparing Sesko to Haaland. However, you shouldn't worry about assists. His job is to score goals. So why do people not talk if someone like Haaland doesn't have assists? Because Haaland has goals. If you've got one, and you've got lots of one, then it's fine. You're not going to talk about the other. But the problem is, Sesko doesn't have a lot of either, really. Sesko's, like I said, a very raw, talented young player, but he's not. He's miles off it. For 80, 70 odd million quid, he's miles off it. Miles off it. Jack Mayender also contract extension, which is great. Yeah, Mayender's a great young player. Michael, when's the Champions League group stage draw? Once the Champions League qualifiers have been settled, so there's still another week or so, I think, maybe a week or two left in that. Reveal clothing. If United get Baleba as well as the signings, I see them finishing 5th. Anything higher is just hating. Baleba isn't going to take you to 5th. 5th? No, that means you're automatically better than Spurs, Villa and Newcastle. Come on, no you're not. No you're not, mate. That's not hating. You're not finishing above Spurs, Villa and Newcastle because you've got Baleba, Cunha and Burmo and Sesko. Sesko isn't going to score more than Watkins. He isn't going to score more than Kudus or Kulusevski. And, I just feel like Spurs are a better side than United all round, to be honest. Spurs are a better side all round. Ronnie, I think people... What are we saying? Sorry. As a United fan, anywhere between 6th and 8th, I'll be happy with that. See, there you go, Ronnie. That is bang on the money. Bang on the money. I think between 6th and 8th is exactly where United can expect to end up. If you finish 6th, you've had a very good season. 6th is maybe a good season. 8th, that's probably the bare minimum for what United should be expecting from Amorim after the huge amount of money that they've spent. Edward, we definitely won't get any Isak this window now that Sesko is United. Well, Edward, you'll have to wait and see, because I promise you he is. There's absolutely no way Isak doesn't come to Liverpool before the end of this window. Jack did very well with Chelsea in Europa and FIFA World Cup. Think it's the type of striker Sunderland is missing. Mark Guiu, by the way. 3-star Reds. I'm watching Port Vale v Cardiff at the moment in League One. Cardiff in League One is hard to believe. Ooh, there's a bit of a scrap going on here between Watters and one of those Rapid Vienna players. The ref, not very happy at all. He's saying, come here, I want to have a chat to you. We might have our first real flare-up in this game. I think it's the Vienna captain, Seidel, just having a little word with the Dundee United player, Watters. Looks apologetic, to be fair, Watters. He looks very apologetic. It's just a word from the referee. No card. Let's watch it back. Oh, I tell you what, there was a little bit of a... If anything, I'd say that's more the Vienna player than the Dundee United lad. That was more him than Watters. Michael, if Sesko sells for 80 million, how the hell did City get Haaland for 50 or 60? That was like 4 years ago, mate, that. Luca Talks Dons, how you going, mate? Good to see you. Swifty, United really need Yoro and Heaven to establish themselves in that back three. They're still so young. Luca Talks Dons, I'm going Barrow v MK Dons. Is that in the Carabao Cup, that one? Or is that, sorry, that's this weekend, isn't it, Barrow? Barrow have got Preston in the Carabao Cup. Nice, okay. Good. How do you fancy MK Dons get on in that one? Ian Young, how's it going? Good to see you, lad. Good to see you. Be yourself, Dylan. Dembele is tipped to win the Ballon d'Or. He is indeed. Don't think he'll win it, though. I can't see past Salah. I'd be amazed if Salah doesn't win it. Daz, who's your front three for Sunday? Front three for Sunday would be Ekatike, Gakpo, Salah. Reveal clothing. Only United can finish 15th. And, Vienna have done it. Vienna have done it. It's a great header at that far post. It's 1-0. That's not the start that Jim Goodwin would have wanted. Oh, what a shame. Just a ball whipped in from that right-hand side and they just switched off. I think it was Esselink, who switched off. Esselink switched off at that near post. It wasn't the far post, it was the near post he ran to. And let's just watch it back. Is he onside? Is he? He is, he's fine, he's onside. It's a good ball in. Oh, yeah, that's disappointing. He's looking at the keeper there. It's Jovu. It's Jovu. It's not Esselink, it's Jovu. It's Dahl who actually scores it for Rapid Vienna. But it's Jovu who switches off. The guy who scored last week in Luxembourg against Unerstrassen, he just totally switched off. The player ran in front of him. You've got to get to that. You've got to anticipate that. And his goalkeeper, I think quite rightly, was looking at him and saying, come on, got to win that one. But there you go. Rapid Vienna, 1-0 up. Dahl with the goal. That's a big blow. It's a big, big blow. Now Dundee United need to do something to, I guess, minimise any defeat. I think they might even be better off taking the 1-0 at this point and getting them back. You'd have to imagine once, but getting them back to Tannadice, they can get a result at Tannadice. They've got a decent home record. They've picked up some good results. They beat Unerstrassen there. They beat Aberdeen there, I think, not long ago. I think it was towards the end of last season, that wasn't it? So, ball whipped in, cleared away by Rapid Vienna. Corner again, cleared away by Vienna. Dundee United are putting a little bit of pressure on. Ian Young Cop, Haaland didn't have goals for a few weeks last season and looked terrible. That's true, he just doesn't really contribute, does he, Haaland? If he's not bringing goals to the table, then he probably doesn't contribute at all. Sesko doesn't bring enough goals to the table. He doesn't really assist either. And you could probably say the same for Gyökeres. Whereas it's not the case with Ekatike, for example. Ekatike's got quite a decent number of assists. Josh, typical. Sesko was a great player till he signed for United, then all of a sudden he's not all that. I never said he was a great player. I never said he was a great player. I don't know who you've been listening to, but I never said he was a great player. I said that Sesko was an okay player, that he was very, very raw, but he was always someone who needed a bit of time. General, hello lad, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Ronnie Dodge, I'm just not one of them decided United fans. Bit of a way to fix the club yet. Well, this is it, mate. You're obviously more mature than a lot of the Man United fans we've had in the chat tonight who think all of a sudden, they've signed a couple of players and they're going to be back in the top four. Have a laugh. You are having a laugh. Get on your bike. There's absolutely no way Man United are getting in the Champions League next season. Nil chance. Nil. Callum, Dazmate, we've got nobody else. Who do you mean who's starting? I think he might be thinking more about like Rio, for example. Maybe starting Rio, maybe starting, I don't know, giving Doak a game or Kumas a game, someone like that. Ollie, what Premier League games are you watching next week? Well, I've only done up to Liverpool and Bournemouth on the Friday night. So Saturday I'm not entirely sure. Callum, Key, I remember your team of the season last season. You didn't include Isak. If you remember, though, it wasn't actually a team of the season. Let's be clear about that. It wasn't a team of the season. It was a team of the season with a twist, Callum. It wasn't a team of the season. It was a team of the season with a twist, so that's why Isak wasn't included. Ian Young, Cop, Ireland was a release clause. Kane has to be Dembele to win the Ballon d'Or. Why? Why has Dembele got to win the Ballon d'Or? Why is Dembele winning the Ballon d'Or? He got one more goal and assist than friggin' Mason Greenwood. Come on. Hoggy, Isak will stay at Newcastle. No, he won't, mate. No, he won't. No, he won't. Don't be silly. It's gone too far now. They literally had a family barbecue yesterday and invited everyone, all the players, all the family, all the kids, and said to Isak, you come afterwards. So he's done. He's done. There's absolutely no way Isak stays. You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. Callum, one player from each team. Yes, that's what it was. It was one player from each team. So it wasn't that I left Isak out. It was that I chose a different Newcastle player, if you remember. Joe, I don't want him around the club anymore. Everything's about him these days. That's true. Edward, Kieran, I'll put 20 quid on you with you that Sesko outscores everyone you just said. What do you mean everyone I just said? Who's everyone I just said? Ian, did Trent organise the Newcastle barbecue? Callum, Newcastle will get Wisser and Jackson. Yeah, that's infinitely possible, isn't it? Yeah, they're being linked with Jackson. They're being linked with Watkins. There's also rumours linking them with Strand Larsen, funnily enough, today, which Wolves have literally only just... Must be! Dundee have done it! Yes, there you go! Dundee United, 1-1. Get in there. What a finish that was. Brilliant play down the left-hand side. Absolutely fantastic play. And it's Watters, the guy who's riled them up. And that Dundee United away end is going wild. Look at him, he's just fell down the steps. Hey, get in there. Go on. Yes. Woo-hoo, you love to see it. Go on. Absolutely skinned him down that left-hand side. Oh, that fullback's had an absolute shocker. You'd be taking him off if you're the manager. And it's a tap-in for Watters, but it's all done down that left-hand side. It's absolutely brilliant play down the left-hand side by Sibbald. And it's Watters who gets in just on the penalty spot, tap-in, great goal, keeper no chance. But yeah, and it wasn't, it was Sapsford, sorry. I thought it was Sibbald, it wasn't. It was Sapsford who'd gone from the right over to the left. He must have changed with Ferry. Yeah, he's changed with Ferry. Sapsford's gone over to the left. And as he's cut across, they just couldn't get hold of him. Great play down the left-hand side by Sapsford. And he's got the assist. The Rapid Vienna 1, Dundee United 1. Corner, get in. Right, let's get back to talking football. Sorry. Hoggy, Man United will fail like last season. Edward, Watkins and Kulu and all that. I'll put 200 quid right now. United get top 4 next season. Oh, I'll have that. I'll have that. 200 quid, United get top 4. Oh, yes. Oh, easy peasy. That's easy money, that. No problem. Let's do that. That's 200. I'm happy with that. Can we get some sort of a slip or some sort of a confirmation that you're happy to do that? Oh, yes. I'll just start thinking which charity's going to benefit from that. I mean, charity starts at home, really, doesn't it? No, we'll pick a charity. I am actually launching a charity of the week thing. Oh, Vienna. Oy. I'm doing a charity of the week as of next week. So, starting the new season, we're going to have charity of the week. Just going to be giving a quick, couple of minutes spotlight to small, local, independent charities, just to let them know. I'm not making anything from it. I literally just want to try and do a nice thing. So, I'm going to be spotlighting some charities from up and down the country. A few have reached out to me and they want to put theirs on. So we're going to be doing that from next week, or certainly in the run up to the season. 3-star Reds, with odds like that, Tolga will be on in a minute. Papa John's, was it offside? No, it was nowhere near offside. He picked it up on the left-hand side. I think the fullback thought he was going to chop back and maybe go sort of back towards the edge of the box, and he just dropped his shoulder and ran towards the touchline. Couldn't get anywhere near him, and then he pulls it back, and Watters had a tap in, basically on the penalty spot. Dundee United have been really, really good actually since going a goal behind. I thought, here's me saying, lads, just hold it, try and stay 1-0, try and stay in the game, make sure you don't get battered here. They've done really well. Really well, actually. Lisha, thing is, I'm genuinely serious as well. Lad, listen, I wouldn't take 200 quid off you. And I would encourage you, I really would, to not do that. Because you're going to lose that bet. You are. I promise you, mate. You're going to lose it. 3-star. Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Edward, Sesko bags 23 goals, I'm telling you. Here's that attention that you ordered, Edward. Here's that attention you ordered, mate. There's no way you believe that. And if you do, you're a fool. You're a fool. There's no way. How's Sesko bagging 23 goals when he got 11 last year? 23? You think he more than doubles his output? Come on. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. Please tell me you don't believe that. D28, is that on FIFA? Joe, he's twisting your melon, man. Yeah, I mean, he'll probably say in a minute, oh, I was only joking. Yeah, I bet you was. Rapid Vienna carrying the ball forward. Reveal clothing. Sesko is better than Ekatike and will prove it this season. Well, every metric you care to measure says otherwise. Every single metric you care to measure says otherwise. Georgina, we'd be lucky if United as a team scored 23 next season in total. To be honest, United were pretty bad in front of goal last season, weren't they? Edward, did you see that United fan saying the price we got for Nunes is corruption and we're just like City? Get the yellow and green scarves out, Barb. 3-star Reds. Forest have got more chance of doing the double again over United than Man United finishing 4th. United will not finish higher than either Chelsea, City, Arsenal or Liverpool. It would take a catastrophic collapse from any one of those teams, plus Man United actually turning up all season. It isn't going to happen. People forget how bad United were last season. They've got carried away because they've signed Mbermo and bloody Cunha. Mbermo and Cunha, come on, it's not even... Sesko as well. If you'd have told them at the end of last year you'd have signed Sesko, they wouldn't have been that bothered. 11 league goals. Sesko. Come on. In fact, do you know what? It was only a couple of weeks ago when United were... There was a debate, wasn't there? Arsenal were going to get Sesko and United were going to get Gyökeres. And every United fan I saw was telling me, yeah, I'm not bothered. Gyökeres is better anyway. I'd rather Gyökeres. Gyökeres is miles better than Sesko. Yeah, what about now, lads? What about that? What about now? What's the chances of that now? Servette 1, Utrecht 1. Messi, do you watch football? No, not much of it. Chance! Aye, just wide, unlucky. Ian Young, United won't do anything whilst they've got Onana in goal. It's the midfield I worry more about. Onana's bad, but he's not. I would actually say Onana's probably better than Robert Sanchez. He's just got a howler in him, hasn't he? Whereas you look at like Casemiro and Nagate, or Casemiro and Menu, or Nagate and Fernandes. That's a horrific midfield. They get ran through. Every single week they get ran through. Reveal clothing. United front three is up there with the best in the league, with Bruno behind. A lot of goals there. What do you mean with Bruno behind? Where's Bruno playing? Is Bruno playing sitting? Is he playing in the 2? Is he playing in the 2 in front of the back 5? Because if that's the answer, you're immediately nullifying him. It's the worst decision you could make. The worst decision, to try and put Bruno Fernandes deep. Bruno Fernandes has to be in one of those number 10s. Has to be. It's silly if you put him anywhere else. It's madness. Absolute madness. I don't understand why you would do that. He's your best player. Play him where his best position is. Well, put him back there in the number 6. Off your head. KMC, Tammy's going to be the first Englishman to do well in the Turkish league. He's bagged a hat-trick. Tosh MUFC, shut up you muppet and jog on. Oh, he's a very angry boy, isn't he, Tosh? Ian Young, United would have got relegated a few other seasons based on last season. That's, yeah, very true. Very, very true. Robbie, Sesko has a higher ceiling than Gyökeres. Oh, he does. Oh, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. Absolutely, I would agree with that. All I'm saying is this idea that Manchester United are like, oh, I'm absolutely made up with Sesko. We could find literally dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of thousands of tweets from Manchester United fans who were all kicking off last fortnight ago, whatever it was, when they were saying, I'm not bothered if Arsenal get Sesko. Don't care. Don't care. Little bit like Andy Tate then. Don't care. Don't care. 3-star Reds, Kee certainly does watch football. Only time he does not is when Liverpool are playing. Please don't ban me. I was going to say, I reckon, listen, people say, do you watch football like it's some sort... I've got the receipts. I don't think there's many who watch much more football than me. I've got the receipts to prove how sad I am. How sad I am. Reveal clothing. If Sesko was signing for Liverpool, he'd be the best thing since sliced bread to Liverpool fans. Listen, again, there's nothing wrong with looking for the positives. Nothing wrong at all with looking for the positives. But, like, have a degree of balance to what you're saying. The idea that Sesko is going to dominate the Premier League and score 20-25 goals next season, which is what we've heard in this chat, that is what we're pushing back against. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't go from 11 league goals last season to 25 in the Premier League. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. He's very raw. Must be! There you go! Vienna 2-1. Oh, no. It's the captain. Seidel scored. Oh, really disappointing that. Do you know what? And it's unlucky as well. Again, the ball coming down the right-hand side for Dundee United. They just can't quite get the block on the cross. And that's always the thing you're looking for as a manager. I'm sure Goodwin will be saying to his players, you've got to stop the cross. You can't have the cross coming in that easily. Both goals have come from that side, from Dundee United's left. He's definitely onside. It's Kerestes, the left-back, who keeps getting caught out of position. He got caught out of position for the first. He's caught out of position again for the second. The ball gets whipped in, near post. It gets cleared away, and it falls out to the captain, Seidel, who sticks it away. And it's 2-1 Rapid Vienna. We're getting goals in this game, if nothing else, though, lads and lasses. Joe sitting in their London townhouses with their green and yellow scarves. Ian Young says Onana is Man United's Karius. KAMC, I don't know why no one's in for Stiller. Remember Madrid being linked, but not since. I think they've said they don't want to let him go, and he's not really pushed an awful lot. It might well be that he's got a move queued up already for next season, which, again, it wouldn't be surprising if that is maybe City. If Rodri's going back to Spain, there's rumours he was going to go to Madrid. Might be Liverpool. Liverpool are on about Alexis McAllister going to Madrid. And if Alexis McAllister goes to Madrid, Stiller would be a perfect replacement. I'd love it if we did that. 3-star Reds, is this game Conference or Europa League? It's a Conference League, mate. Be yourself, Dylan. Sesko is like a signing where I forgot to take my bread out the toaster and it's burnt. Ian Young Cop, Daly and Atkinson did well in the Turkish League. Now there's a throwback. Daly and Atkinson, what a player he was. Remember that goal he scored against Sheffield Wednesday? I think it was at Hillsborough, wasn't it? And that fella came on with the brolly. Fan came on with the brolly and just held it over him. Reveal clothing, it proves we're the biggest club in England when we get talked about more than any other club. You can't prove that. How can you prove you get talked about more than any other club? You don't know how much any other club gets talked about. You can't measure it. Just a ridiculous statement, mate. Come on. Ollie Marley, are you not watching the Carabao Cup on Tuesday? I am. Yeah, I'll be watching the Carabao Cup. I haven't scheduled anything in just yet because there'll be Champions League games on and Europa League games on and things like that. So we're just going to wait and see which games are on telly and what games are worth watching. So I'm waiting to see on Tuesday which ones we're going to do. D28, Hibs are winning 1-0 in their game. Good. Glad to hear that. Joe, apparently we're putting the big bucks on Tiao, so hopefully so. Balkany have just scored against Shamrock Rovers. Shamrock Rovers are losing as well now. Grim. Edward, oh yeah, and Salah doesn't go from 15 goals in Serie A to 32 in the Prem, but he did. Is that a serious statement, Edward? Is that a serious statement, or is that you trying to play silly beggars? Joe, apparently we're putting the big bucks on Tiao. KAMC, I think still is one of the best facilitators I've seen in a while. Totally agree, mate. Love him. Love watching him. Rapid Vienna in. Big chance for them. Shot from the edge of the box. Blocked by Dundee United again. It's getting very, very scrappy here. Into the last 30 seconds just before half time. There's 3 minutes added on. Is it 5 minutes added on? Sorry. Well, one at the back. The manager, honestly, Goodwin's going to be saying to Korestes, we've got to get Korestes off. He's the one that's causing all the problems down the left-hand side. Every time Rapid Vienna go down their right or Dundee United's left, oh, it's chaos. It's chaos. Ian, Max about to be announced as vice-captain, I think. Don't think he's going anywhere. Surely that's Salah. I'd be amazed if it's McAllister on vice-captain duty. Luca, I'm 3 away. Dundee United are going to lose this. Michael, have they said if 6 Prem teams are getting the Champions League this season? 6? No, 6 aren't getting it. No, it'll be determined towards the end of the season whether 5 get it. As it stands, 4 have got it. As it stands, it's only 4. 3-star Reds, the only trophy Man United will be challenging for this season is for Sir Jim's sandwiches when they take on Greg's in Best Sarnie of the Year award. Hey, Man United don't pay for their staff's packed lunches, so they're reeling in the costs. Lisha, remember Alberto Aquilani, Key? I do, yes, absolutely. I've got a shirt somewhere with him on the back. Edward, yes, that's a fact. I just haven't got anything to say to that. I just haven't got anything to say. Blanchmeister, roll on Sunday, the Community Shield. Yeah, it's going to be great, that, isn't it? It's going to be fantastic. KAMC, are you watching Ipswich v Brum tomorrow? I am, mate, yes, yeah. St Andrews, going to be a really, really good one. The old Tuberak Pom Derby. Ian, I've been saying I wanted Mac as vice since last season. He plays and organises like a captain. That's true. Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah, Edward, he scored 15 goals in Serie A in his last season. I've just checked. No, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is you're using that to then make the leap that Sesko can go from 11 to 23. I don't mean this in the rude way, mate, but I've got to say that's about as stupid is as stupid does. As Forrest Gump would say. Stupid is as stupid does. That is absolutely idiotic. Absolutely idiotic. Arab Joe, are you Scottish? I'm not, mate. No, do a decent Scottish accent, though. Joe, it's probably definite that Wissert comes to us, but do you think there's any chance he goes to Saudi? I'd be amazed if he did. Amazed. I can't see him going to anywhere other than Newcastle at this point. He's thrown his toys out the pram for Newcastle. Cillian McGee, or Killian McGee, sorry. What's your top 5 for the Prem? Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs. Yeah. Vikinger Reykjavik 2, Brøndby 0. Sweet Lord, what's going on with Brøndby? George, are you a Liverpool fan? I am, mate, yes. I am a Liverpool fan. 3-star Reds, it'll be interesting if Hutchinson plays, especially if Forest up their 35 million bid for him. 35 million quid for Amari Hutchinson. 35 million quid. That is extortionate. It's like, he's a good player, but 35 million. Are we all on the same page here? Right, it's half-time in the Allianz Stadion in Vienna. Rapid Vienna 2, Dundee United 1. Dundee United will be disappointed, I think. They lose Papo to a big injury just before Rapid Vienna score their first. And then Dundee United equalise. They push forward. They get an equaliser through Watters. Very, very good play down the left-hand side by Sapsford. And sadly, they go behind again just before half-time when Vienna's captain Seidel gets the goal. So 2-1 half-time, delicately poised. I still fancy Dundee United can get something from this. I think Goodwin will be... He'll be pleased. He'll be quietly content, I think, with the performance. But he'll definitely be asking questions of his left-back. Krestes, the left-back, has been absolutely diabolical. Not been a good game for him. I'd be considering hooking him. They definitely need a change. User not found. People won't like you saying Spurs in the top 5, but I agree. I'm not saying it to try and get clicks or likes. I've said it since before Thomas... In fact, I actually said it when Ange Postecoglou was manager. And nothing I've seen in the transfer window for them or others has made me change my mind. I think Spurs are a very, very good team. I think they've got some very, very good players. And I think if you was to do a mixed 11 with Spurs and Newcastle, Spurs and Villa, Spurs and Man United, any of the teams that they're competing with for 5th to 8th, let's say, any of those teams, I reckon Spurs have more players. Is that a wild statement? Let me know what you think. I think if you did a mixed Spurs and Man United 11 right now, I think Spurs have more players. Is that fair to say? Let's do it. Let's do it, right? Let's do it. I think Vicario's in goal. There's one. I think Porro's at right back. I think Van der Ven and Romero for sure, right? I think Udogie's left back. So there's 5. I only need one more. I can probably pick 3. There's absolutely no way Bergvall is not in the midfield. Absolutely no way Bergvall isn't in the midfield. I'd probably be putting Kulusevski in there too. So there's 7. So even if we give United Bruno, Cunha and Burmo, they can even have Sesko if they want. I don't care. There's still 7. There's still 7 that Spurs have got. And that's me being generous, by the way. That's me being mega generous. There's no way at all, absolutely no way at all, that Manchester United have a better starting 11 than Spurs. No way. 3-star Res, McAtee to Forest deal could be close, I heard, according to someone on the Manchester City stream. Everton are still going in for McAtee, aren't they? Christopher Dinney, hi mate, how's it going? Good to see you. Cillian Yoro is very underrated. He is, but he's not as good as Van der Ven, and he's not as good as Romero, is he? Let's be dead straight. Dead. Listen, I'm not saying Yoro's a bad player. He's not. He's not a bad player at all. But he's not Romero and he's not Van der Ven. He's just not. And I've not got a horse in the race here. I'm not a Spurs fan, sorry. I'm not a Man United fan. I actually quite like Lenny Yoro. I think he's a good player. But he's not as good as Yoro. He's not as good as Van der Ven. He's not as good as Romero. He just isn't. He is not. Yoro is nowhere near Romero. He's country miles off him, says user not found. Absolutely agree. Arab Joe, Cobby and Bruno started. Cobby doesn't even start for United. Cobby doesn't even start for Amorim. You can't have him starting in a combined 11 when he doesn't even start for United. You've got to be having a laugh. You've got to be having a laugh. Killian, right now they're better, but in the next 2-3 seasons they'll be one of the best in the league, in my opinion. I know, but if we're just talking about this season, here and now, maybe in time, maybe you're right, maybe you will. But for me, I can't look past it and say, well, yeah, Yoro's not better than either Van der Ven or Romero. He's just not. Right, I'm just checking the other scores around Europe to see if there's any we've missed. Bromby getting battered. That is so bad. That is so bad. Bertram Nielsen, who's the best Dane? Who's the best Dane? Ooh, but I'm a big fan. I am a very, very big fan of Mika Biereth at Monaco. I'm a huge fan of Biereth. I also really, really like Victor Froholt from Porto. We're going to be watching Porto next week, by the way, if anyone wants to do. We're doing a bit of a scouting mission, so we're going to be watching Porto against Vitória SC on Monday night. That one's live at 8:45, so we'll be doing that one if anyone fancies watching along with us. So yeah, Victor Froholt I really like, and I really, really like Mika Biereth. I think Mika Biereth, I would be surprised if he isn't coming to the Premier League for 60, 70 million next year. Arab Joe, Kuti is top tier. Joe, where do you reckon Everton are finishing this season? At this moment in time, right now, I think we spoke maybe, Joe. I'm not sure if it was you in the chat. We spoke. I've got lots of Everton fans in the chat. We talk quite regularly about Everton. I said last week that Everton would finish with the squad that they had. Let's assume they make no more signings. With the squad that they had, I would put them about 16th or 17th. It was another relegation battle looming. It was going to be a bad season for them. With Dewsbury Hall, I still don't think that really moves him on. I don't think he's better than Dwight McNeil. I think his best season has been off that left wing or in that number 10 position. I don't think he starts over Alcaraz. I'd be amazed if he started over Alcaraz, actually. And I don't think he's better than Illiman and Dye. So I'm not quite sure where you put him. He hasn't got a lot of pace. He's not fast. So I don't know where you put him. He's a good option. He's a good option. He's a very Moyes signing. But 30 million quid feels a lot for him. 27 years of age. He's not a sniff of an England cap. I think there's better players you could have got for him. I think there's a lot of better players you could have got than Dewsbury Hall. Top half. Oh no, no he won't, mate. You can't. There's no way Dewsbury Hall plays with Gay in midfield when you've just bid 18 million for John McGinn. You've just been knocked back by Villa, 18 million quid for John McGinn. That's what Moyes had in mind. He wanted John McGinn in that midfield. Dewsbury Hall probably plays in that front three behind Beto. I can't see him playing. His best football in his entire career has been left wing or number 10. You can't put him in the 6. He's not that player. I don't think he's that player. But hey, what do I know? I certainly don't think he makes your top half team anyway. He's no. Honestly, James Garner. You could put James Garner there. He's every bit as good as Keane and Dewsbury Hall. Bertrand Nielsen, do you think Hermansen is going? I think every team that needed a goalkeeper's probably got one now. There's not too many others that would go after Hermansen. So, yeah, I would have expected maybe Newcastle to take a look at him, but obviously they went after Ramsdale instead. So, I think Hermansen would have been a good signing for Newcastle. Arab Joe, Rodrigo Mora, watch along. I am here for it. Yeah, we'll do a bit of Rodrigo Mora scouting as well. Yeah, love to see that. Cillian McGee, Beto is very good, hold up forward, but his finishing is far too poor. I mean, David Moyes came out and said it, didn't he, last week? He was talking about Beto. He needs to be better, and yet he continues to pick him because he knows that Tierno Barry isn't ready. Tierno Barry's no better. Beto is still the better of those two options. I think they were maybe expecting Barry to be a little bit further on. Again, Tierno Barry's a lot like Sesko. Very, very raw. Really, really... lots of good physical attributes. Quick, strong. You know, he can run in behind. He can win things in the air. But he's still not sharp enough, I think, in his movements. And if anything, he's not going to be ready for the Premier League. Not yet. He's going to take some time. He's probably going to see the best of Tierno Barry in a year or so. Emiliano, guten Tag, Emiliano. How's it going? Partizan 0, Hibernian 1. That is a very, very good a good result there for Hibs, if they manage to hang on for that. Bloody good signing, bloody good performance so far. Okay, we are approaching the second half of this one. It was Boyle. Oh, and they've had a man sent off as well. Partizan have had a man sent off. I didn't know that. It was Boyle who scored in the 40th minute. They had a man sent off. Partizan. Derdovic has been sent off. 33 minutes. Andy Rinamotor, are you watching Cardiff, mate? I'm not, mate. No, I'm watching Rapid Vienna against Dundee United. Again, if you haven't yet, please do give us a like and a subscribe. Make sure you followed. We're live every single day on this channel. I'm live tomorrow night for Birmingham City against Ipswich, the Championship opener. Then I'm live on Saturday. We've got 3 games on Saturday. We're going to be doing Southampton and Wrexham, which is the early game. Then we're doing 3 o'clock, West Brom against Blackburn Rovers. 2 sides who were chasing the playoffs and very, very nearly reached the playoffs last season. They were so close and then fell away in the last couple of games. So West Brom and Blackburn, both will be hoping they can chase those playoff places yet again. And then the 5:30 is a repeat of last season's playoff semi-final. Sheffield United against Bristol City. So the Blades against the Robins. So we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. Emiliano, will you watch Leverkusen v Chelsea tomorrow? No. No, not if I can help it. To be honest, mate, I'm not interested at all in friendlies now. There's enough competitive games going on that we don't need to watch friendlies. I would rather watch league games over any friendlies. Doesn't matter. If Liverpool were on a friendly and there was a good league game on at the same time, I would watch that every single day. I really would. I want to watch competitive football now. So on Monday night is always a bit of a dead night. There's not an awful lot of football on. But Porto are on. Porto are on against Vitória SC, Vitória Guimarães, in the Portuguese Liga Portugal, Portuguese Primeira Liga. So we're going to be watching a bit of that on Monday. So if you fancy watching along with us, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Shay472, yes, Key, hope you're well. How you doing, man? Bet you're happy with today's news about Sesko. Very happy, Manchester United fans. Colwill out for months according to Live Score. Oh, now that would be a blow for Chelsea. That Colwill suffers brutal injury blow and set to miss most of the season. Oh, right, they're going to have to go out and get a centre-back now, aren't they? Chelsea are going to have to go and get a centre-back. They're going to have to prioritise. That is bad news for Liverpool, because I tell you what, Chelsea, you know who they're going to go for now, don't you? Mark Gay, ex-Chelsea. Mark Gay. That is who Chelsea will go for now, I promise you. Colwill. Oh, that's grim. Colwill to miss almost entire season as he needs to go under ACL surgery. Bad stuff, that. Unlucky Colwill. That probably means he misses the... Well, not probably. It does mean he misses the World Cup as well. So, probably opens up a space for... maybe a Jarrell Kwanzaa, who's out on loan, out with Leverkusen. He's going to have a big season at Leverkusen. Maybe a Charlie Cresswell, who's had a wonderful season with Toulouse last year. He's linked with Liverpool, funnily enough. Charlie Cresswell, be interesting to see where he ends up. Or if he has another good season in France. Every chance he ends up in the senior England squad. Jared Branthwaite, of course, now. He'll seem a little bit more excited by this news, I would imagine. Sure, he'll be gutted for his mate, but... yeah, absolutely. Josh, what an absolute freak of nature you are, Key. I don't know how you do it. Mate, it's Rapid Vienna against Dundee United. How are you not doing it? That's what I want to know. T28, Timothy Weir signed at Marseille, his father's former team. Yeah. Josh, do you think Skelly should start at the World Cup? Do I think Skelly should start at the World Cup? Possibly. Depends if he started every game for Arsenal on left back, and he's a regular for Arsenal, and Arsenal have a good season. Then yeah, there's every chance he does start at left back. I think you'd have to look between him, Lewis Hall, maybe Nico Riley as well. Nico Riley at City, I think Nico Riley's better than Lewis Skelly. I think he's better than him. I just think he needs more time, but it'll be interesting to see who gets the most game time. It might well be that Lewis Skelly does start, yeah. I'd have no problem with it. To be honest, I'm not an England fan. I don't really give a monkeys who starts in any position. Doesn't really matter to me. When the World Cup swings around next summer, if this channel does still exist by that point, I will just be watching it from the fact of we're enjoying football. So I'll be watching everyone. We'll be watching Saudi Arabia against Colombia and Kazakhstan against Ecuador. Killian, I've done my ACL and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, especially a footballer. It's the worst pain I've ever felt. Worst pain you've ever felt? Mine's probably when I rolled my ankle. Well, it wasn't really rolled my ankle. I tore my ankle ligaments. I'd say rolled my ankle's probably an understatement, but that's probably the most sharp pain. Shay472, I haven't watched much of him, so I won't judge him yet, but I assume you've watched a lot of him. Do you rate him? I've watched quite a bit of Sesko. Not enough so that I could say to you, he's definitely going to be an absolute failure or he's definitely going to be brilliant. But what I will say is he's incredibly raw, lots of good ability in terms of, his physical attributes and everything. He's big, he's tall, he's strong, he can hold the ball up, I just feel like he's missing. He's kind of like the opposite of Berbatov. Hasn't got a great touch. Isn't particularly good with his movements. Isn't really delicate in anything that he does. But he's quite fast. He's quite good in the air. Berbatov never really was good in the air. His movement's a bit naff. Berbatov's movement was obviously brilliant. Really clever, intelligent footballer, Dimitar Berbatov. Sesko, I don't think you would file under intelligence. You would file him under raw power. He's closer on the Darwin Núñez scale, on what we would call the Núñez-Firmino scale at Liverpool. Firmino, hyper-intelligent. Darwin Núñez, all raw power, strength, pace, energy. He's definitely at this end of the spectrum. He's on the Darwin Núñez scale rather than the Bobby Firmino scale, if I'm rating him to anyone. KAMC, Jordan in the World Cup. Yeah, as well, yeah, Jordan. Forgot about Jordan. Emiliano, will you watch Bayern versus Leipzig for the Bundesliga start? I haven't even got up to that point. I think that's the 20th. Is that the 24th of August, that one? Is that when that one starts? 23rd, 24th? I've not even looked at the Bundesliga's first game, so I'll have to have a look. I know Bayern play Stuttgart in the opening, sort of the Super Cup, the Bundesliga Charity Shield. So, yeah, I've looked at that one, but I don't know what it clashes with and what games it's going to clash with. So I'll see. I've done up to about a week and a bit on my schedule on YouTube, so just keep checking that and I'll let you know where we're up to with it. Pedri Lover, Barca have to bring a bunch of defenders in now like Saliba and Porro. Chelsea, I'm really interested to see exactly what Chelsea do now that Colwill is injured. That is massive. That is absolutely huge. Huge. Killian, yeah, I had an ACL, MCL and meniscus all at once. It was diabolical. Bloody hell, mate. I'll have to start calling you Darren Anderton. Or who's a more recent injury-prone Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Vienna are in. Good defending there at the back by Jovu. This time switched on. Very, very good defending. Very, very sharp at the back. Rapid Vienna's manager there, not happy. I think he was expecting that one to hit the back of the net. Kill this game off. Kill this tie off. Shay472, if we got Baleba, it would be unbelievable, but I don't think it's realistic. I can't see Brighton letting him go. They wanted 110, I think. Was it 110 million for Caicedo? They're going to be looking at 90 to 100 million for Baleba. Like, he's in that bracket. There's no way United pay 90 million plus for Baleba. No way. No way. That's mad, isn't it? Kagovic, what game do you watch? I am watching Rapid Vienna against Dundee United in the Europa. Oh, what's going on here? There might be a check here for a penalty to Rapid Vienna. What's he giving? No, he's giving a free kick. He's giving a free kick. Well, I'll tell you what, that is a coupon buster right there. Lugano 0, Celje 4. Lugano absolutely killing everyone's bets tonight. Lugano 0, Celje 4. I can't believe what we're watching there. That one is an absolute bet buster. Kagovic, some eyes on Cardiff. Yeah, listen, I'm keeping an eye on Cardiff, but Bromby to qualify and the 2-0 down. Bromby absolutely have to do something. Can't believe that. What are AEK Athens doing against that Limassol? Port Vale 0, Cardiff 0 it is, by the way, mate. Port Vale and Cardiff's been a dreadful one. I'm actually quite glad we switched the game for this one. Shay 472. Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Killian, to be honest, I don't think Baleba is worth that after one good season. I would probably agree with you. I mean, it just feels like that's such a bad, I don't know, like value for money. I just feel like you could get better. Like, Baleba's a good player, don't get me wrong, but is he really that much of a game changer? For Manchester United, he might well be. I'm not saying he isn't, by the way. I'm just feels like a lot of money for him. They do definitely need some legs and some energy in that midfield, and someone who can kind of hold it together, knit it together. That sort of a player, definitely. But it does feel like a bit of an all or nothing summer, doesn't it, for Manchester United? D28, did you see what happened in the Betis and Como friendly? I didn't know. What happened? What happened in the Betis and Como friendly? Emiliano at Sunday, Bochum plays versus Elversberg, just to let you know. Okay, well, like I said, we're going to be doing lots and lots of different clubs. I'm going to try, if I can, and kind of cover off as many different clubs as we can across Europe this season. I want to try and cover off as many leagues, as many clubs, so we're getting a good feel for every team. AM10, they started fighting, throwing punches. Killian, that's a crazy evaluation after a single season, and a player can look better in a mediocre team. I just think it's maybe teams looking at Manchester United and going, they're desperate, they've got cash on the hip, and they're willing to pay pretty much anything at this moment. So you're getting a £20 million tax for that. In any other market, he probably goes for about 70 million. 90 million in this market with Manchester United, the ones chasing. Rapid Vienna carrying the ball forward here. We are just 10 minutes into the second half. Vienna, big chance, shoots over the bar. Dundee United really, really trying to hold them out. D28, Fornals punched a Como player, and then his teammate tried punch a Como player, punched his own teammate. Christ, who says friendlies are friendly? AM10, who do you think will do better for us, Frimpong or Kirkes? I like them both. I really like them both. That's not me sitting on the fence, by the way. If you'd have asked me this question about a week and a half ago, I'd have probably said Kirkes. Because as much as I like Frimpong, I think Kirkes is Kirkes, I think, will be the best left-back in the world in a couple of years' time. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Everything I've seen of him, every time I've seen him carry the ball forward for Bournemouth, I thought he was terrific last season. I was worried, actually, because Man United were linked with him. And so were City and so were Chelsea and various others. I just think he's a wonderful player. So Kirkes, I think, is probably going to be the better of the two. However, I've seen something in Frimpong in these pre-season games that makes me think, actually, he's going to be a hell of a player for us. He reminds me a lot of, like, I guess like Kyle Walker, in that he will do really well going forward. He's already created a couple of goals for us, hasn't he? But he's just so rapid, he's so fast, that he never really, even if he gets caught wrong side, if he maybe he's out of position or he's a little bit further up the pitch than he should be and he switches off, doesn't matter. He can give the winger a couple of yards on him and he'll catch him. He's that fast. He's absolutely lightning. He's basically what Kyle Walker was for City. In that City, Kyle Walker didn't need to be a good defender. He didn't, did he? He didn't need to be a good defender, Kyle Walker, because he was faster than everyone. He was a cheat code in terms of speed and strength. Frimpong's a little bit like that. He's not a bad defender, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he'll make the cock-ups that Kyle Walker did. And I think he'll be reliable enough. He'll be okay. Obviously, he won't be Trent. I still would argue he's a downgrade. He's not Trent, but he can be a very good player for us. Lugano 0, Celje 5. What is going on here? 3-star Reds, Forest waiting to find out if Brighton's Buonanotte would be willing to join Forest. £25 million bid has gone in for Dylan Bakwa. That's a good signing if you get that one. And Matt Sells nomination for the 2025 Yashin Trophy at the Ballon d'Or Awards. Matt Sells, bloody hell. AM10, I didn't realise how quick Kirkes was until we played Bilbao the other day. That's true, yeah. D28, Bournemouth losing another player, Ilyas Abani, PSG signing him for 63 million quid. Well, say what you like about Bournemouth, but they can definitely get the value for money out of players, can't they? Rapid carrying the ball forward here. Rapid have got a real chance here. Cuts inside. Shot. Good save by Kucherenko. Straight down his throat, in fairness. But Rapid looking a lot more dangerous here as we enter the last half hour. You can just see the goalkeeper's getting very vociferous. He's saying to his teammates, come on, we need to lock this up. We don't want to be giving a third away. Let's not do anything silly. Let's keep hold of it for the next 10-15. United 7, we've signed Sesko. I know, mate, yeah, we've been talking about it. How do you think it'll go? How do you feel about Sesko? Dundee United again able to just... That's good defending. It's goal kick. Goal kick to Dundee United. Better defending that time by... I think it was Jovu again on that right-hand side. And Kucherenko's going to knock it long. United 7, we need a mid more than anything. I think that's true, yes. I would agree with that, mate. I think that's a fair assessment, definitely. Emiliano, did you see the Kane penalty versus Tottenham? I haven't, no. I haven't seen anything. I know that Bayern beat them quite comfortably. That's all I've heard, but I haven't seen anything. Why? What happened? Did he celebrate, or did he give it one of them and properly go for it? Or was it one of them stupid ones where they don't actually celebrate? I hate that. Don't you hate that? Honestly, if Liverpool sign Alexander Isak and he plays for Liverpool against Newcastle at St James's Park and he scores for Liverpool and doesn't celebrate, I'll be raging. And I think every Liverpool fan secretly will be raging. You want your player to celebrate. Celebrate the goal. You've got to. You're our player now. We pay your wages. We're your fans. Celebrate. And I won't mind. He was only there 5 minutes in the grand scheme of his career. Kane and maybe Spurs, that's a little bit different. Kane, obviously, that's fair enough. He's been there a long time. But yeah, I'd like to think Isak celebrates against Newcastle. Rakow 0, Maccabi Haifa 1. Maccabi Haifa getting a goal away at Rakow in Poland. Bloody hell, that's going to be a big surprising result again there. I don't think anyone expected Rakow to win that one. Haifa to win that one, sorry. Rakow were favourites. Corner kick here on the right-hand side for Rapid Vienna. Svetkovic, he's coming forward, being marked by the big lad Esselink at the back post. It's going to be Seidel who's going to take it, the captain, the goal scorer. Player who at this moment in time has got the winner in this game. Flicked on near post, good save, very big save by Kucherenko, that one. That was huge. Really, really good flick on at the near post. I don't know which Vienna player it was. A very, very good flick on at that near post, and it was so, so important, that save from Kucherenko, because that's just probably given Dundee United a little bit of life. It's given them the opportunity to stay in this tie. Because if that goes in, you've got to think 3-1. Not sure they come back in. Emiliano, no, he missed the first time after 2022 by 3 metres over the goal because he slipped. First time after 2022. Oh, bloody hell. Servette 1, Utrecht 3. AM10, have you seen Colwell's done his ACL? Yeah, mate, we were just talking about that. I think that could affect Liverpool and Mark Guéhi. I think Chelsea now will probably have to go big for Mark Guéhi, won't they? Whoever Liverpool are looking at from a centre-back point of view, that's who Chelsea are going to be looking at now, aren't they? You know, the likes of Leone, the likes of Guéhi, the likes of, well, there's quite a few. Kouliarakis at Wolfsburg, another player we've looked at. I would have liked us to go in for Ordonez at Club Brugge, but he's moved now. He's gone to Marseille. That's going to be a hell of a signing for Marseille, in my opinion. Ordonez. But yeah, Colwill, probably out of the World Cup now. Chelsea will absolutely need a centre-back. Does that change things maybe in terms of Garnacho, I wonder? Obviously, they're prioritising, it seemed to be, they're prioritising Garnacho. Do they maybe now prioritise a centre-back? If you're a Chelsea fan, what do you think? Do you now go in for a centre-back over anything, over and above anything? It feels like if Colwill's out, that really, really damages Chelsea's chances of challenging for anything. I know you've brought Hato in. You've got a little bit of cover at the back there, but Hato, Badiashile, tossing, is that really a Fofana? Is that really a back four that challenges for the title? I'm not sure it is. Not sure that it is. Better from Dundee United. That really, really good defensive work. And they're able to get it away. Switched over to the far side. Kamara all the way back. United 7, I'm glad we've signed him, but I'm not, if you get what I mean. Yes, yeah, and well, you wanted a centre forward, and he's a good signing for the names on the shirt sort of thing, but you'd probably preferred a midfielder, I guess. Is that what you're saying? It's exciting to have a big new centre forward coming into the club, but it's also, you probably should have gone with someone else. Eric, what's the score? The score is Rapid Vienna 2, Dundee United 1. Very sharp turn there on the left-hand side. Good play down the left-hand side. Again, cut in the box. That's got to be a penalty. It's a claim for a penalty. How's he not give it? How's he not give it? He's got to give that. Oh, he's going to check this. And he should check it. No penalty. Ref says no. Ref says no. Let's watch this back. It's Dolcek, the sub who came on. Oh, he's kicked the floor. He's kicked the floor. I think he thought... Everyone, it looked, to all intents and purposes there, it looked like he'd kicked his standing leg. It really did look... I mean, you can see Goodwin's screaming for it on reflection. No. No penalty. No penalty. Rapid Vienna 2, Dundee United 1. Still into the last half hour here. Emiliano, worst penalty I saw for a long time. Okay, Dundee United bringing a change on here now themselves. It's going to be Sturton coming on. Number 34, Sturton coming on. For the goal scorer, Watters. So, okay, well, let's see how that one works, because I'm not sure. Owen Sturton's 18 years of age for Dundee United. Again, he's considered a bit of a talent at the club. He came through Montrose, didn't he, Owen Sturton? And there's a little bit of a buzz about him when he signed for Dundee United, but he's still only young, 18 years of age. He's been brought on in a European tie, big European tie away at Vienna. Lots resting on his shoulders. Remember the name, Owen Sturton. AM10, who are your 3 most underrated Prem players? 3 most underrated Prem players. Bergvall. I love Lucas Bergvall. I genuinely think he'll be one of the best centre mids in world football in a couple of years. He's brilliant. I absolutely love watching him. Shady Bernardo, corners, please, corners. Wait, are you asking how many corners there's been? There's been 6. 6 corners in the game. 6. Numero 6. So yeah, only 6 corners so far. Still time. It's 5 for Rapid Vienna, 1 for Dundee United. I would say... Yeah, 3 most underrated players. 3 most underrated players. Bergvall, definitely. I honestly would have said Mbermo. I honestly would have said Mbermo. I think Mbermo's got the ability to really, really kick on. And I don't like saying that, obviously, because he's a United player, but I do. I think he's got the ability to kick on, and be maybe like a real top wide forward, a really top wide forward. Tone, any idea on how Hibs are doing? They're winning 1-0, mate, away at Partizan, and Partizan have had a man sent off, so it's a really good night for Hibs. It's looking like a really good night. Shady Bernardo, I need 9 corners, another 3 corners in 25 minutes. I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know every time there's a corner, I promise. Rubes, when are you changing those rubbish shirts out for good teams like Brighton and Newcastle? Deacon Frost. I love that name. Deacon Frost. What game are you watching? You look serious. I'm watching Rapid Vienna against Dundee United. Eric, do you think Dundee United will score another goal? Yeah, at this moment in time, no, I don't. I would say that Rapid Vienna, if anything, look more likely to score. I'd obviously love it if Dundee United could pinch one, but it's to me, at this moment, it's looking like Rapid Vienna probably more likely to. Papa John's, I like this Premier League dad fella. I like you, mate. I like you. AM10, I would say Tielemans, Hinchelwood and Elliott. Yeah, listen, Hinchelwood, another very good young player. I like Hinchelwood. Elliott, I think, is maybe a touch overrated. And that's from me as a Liverpool fan. Hibs leads 2-0. 2-0, Tone. It's 2-0 to Hibs. That's amazing. Winning away in Belgrade. That's fantastic for Hibs. Huge result, that one. For Hughesy. Hibs just scored a penalty just now. Nice. Love it. Yeah, Tielemans isn't a bad player. It's difficult because there's some players who... Like, I would say Darwin Núñez is one of the most underrated players in the Prem, because I genuinely believe that Darwin... I know he's not a Premier League player anymore, but I genuinely think that Darwin Núñez leaves Saudi in another 2 years, probably at the age of 27 he'll be, and I think he could still go on and have a very, very good career at like an Atletico Madrid or a Napoli or somewhere like that. He is a very, very good player. Very good. He's got it all wrong for Liverpool. It's not been a good time for him, but there's ability there. Definitely ability. Rubes, he's okay, like, supports Everton and cries every time that Isak plays for Newcastle. Rapid Vienna, chance! Big save from Kucherenko. It's going to be another corner. It's another corner. AM10, he would have been amazing for Napoli, as it's slower paced league and would suit him. Yeah, agreed. Absolutely agreed. Rubes, I think he signs on loan to Newcastle in a year. PIF. Good save from Kucherenko, that. Unorthodox save, I've got to say. Very unorthodox. It's a corner to Vienna. Flicked in near post. Another shot on target. That's another corner, by the way, Sheedy Bernardo. So we've had another corner there. 20 minutes left in this game. Yannis Antist, I think, is about to get subbed off for Vienna. Is he? AM10, have you seen Newcastle want Antonio now, who's been let go by West Ham? No, I haven't seen that, but I think that would be an interesting one. I still think Newcastle somehow end up with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I don't understand how he's not been snatched up yet. 28 years of age, he played for England not that long ago. He's got a point to prove, on a free. I can only assume that he's waiting for the right move, but I'd be astonished if Calvert-Lewin doesn't get snapped up by someone. But yeah, Michail Antonio, you say, is being linked. Michail Antonio announces departure. Club statement 10 hours ago. Club decide against new deal. I mean, he's 35, Michail Antonio. I'm not surprised they decided against the new deal. He's 35 years of age. And he's just had a big car crash. So, I think if I was West Ham, I'd look at it and go, I'm probably not going to renew. Where he ends up now, I don't know. I mean, last season wasn't great either for him at West Ham, was it? He had 14 games and he got 1 goal. And how much money was he on as well? Michail Antonio, wages. Let's have a look. Michail Antonio. It's mad that we can do this, isn't it? It's mad that we can literally find out how much Michail Antonio was actually on. Michail Antonio is on £85,000 to £90,000 a week at West Ham. And he played 14 games, got 1 goal. Obviously last season he had a car crash, but still, 85 to 90 grand a week. If you're 35, how much are you asking for? Because I'll tell you what, West Ham, I'm not sure they'd be interested at half that fee. You'd have to take a big cut. Rubes, I think Wissa Núñez will sign next year after a year in Saudi on loan. Wouldn't surprise me, that. Oh, they're in. They're in, Vienna. Good play. Really good play again by Kucherenko. That the keeper's been a good... He's done well, I think. Kucherenko's been a good signing for Dundee United since he's come in. Admittedly, these are the first couple of games we've seen of him, but I think he's done well. Very well. They've just ran it out on the far side. Good defending by Rao Yao. Rubes, Isak will leave next year. No, Isak leaves this year, Rubes. Isak leaves this year. Come on. Come on. Tommy X Football. What team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan, but we watch everyone on this channel. That's what this channel is about. We watch all teams. We watch a game every single day, at least one, every single day. We're watching Dundee United tonight. We're watching Birmingham and Ipswich tomorrow. We watched Rangers last weekend against Motherwell. We watched Rangers in midweek in the Champions League. We've watched the Latvian League. I'm watching Portuguese League on Monday. Porto against Vitória Guimarães. We're watching a bit of everything on this channel. So if you like that sort of thing, then give us a like, give us a follow. It means an awful lot if you can subscribe. There's 28 of you watching right now. Oh my God, what a goal! Dundee United have done it! 2-2! Woohoo! Get in there, Sarpsford's done it! He's done it! What a shot that is! What a shot! 2-2! Yes! Get in there! Get in there! 2-2! And that away end is going absolutely wild! Absolutely wild! That's an unbelievable finish, that. An absolutely unbelievable finish. That is incredible. It's a nothing ball forward. Is he onside? It's Sturton with the touch. And then it's that's some goal. That is some goal. Zachary Sapsford, his first goal for Dundee United. Talk about a finish. Wow. That belongs right in the top drawer, that. That's an absolutely unbelievable goal, that. From the Aussie centre-forward, joined from West Sydney Wanderers, and the number 9, the new number 9 at Tannadice. Look at that. What a finish that is. That's a hugely important goal as well for Jim Goodwin and these lads. Look at that away end. Go on, Dundee United. Love it. 2-2. That's a brilliant goal. Chidi Bernardo, 9 corners, yes. Is it 9 now? Sorry, mate, I didn't see there was a 9th. Oh, it's 10. He's 10. Brian, 1888. Big night for the Scottish coefficient if scorelines stay as they are. Yeah, need to get them through, qualified into the next round. Rangers look like they're there. Hibs, Dundee United, yeah, they all look like they're there at this moment. It's a really, really strong showing from the Scottish Premiership. You love to see it. You love to see it. We'll be watching more of the European games from the Scottish League teams over the next week or two. Certainly favouring the British teams. So if you're new around here and you've not watched me before, my name's Kee. Give us a like and a subscribe. We're live every single day watching football matches. That's what we do. Eric, I am an AIK Stockholm fan. If we win, we would face either Rapid or Dundee United. AIK got a positive result tonight, didn't they? How did AIK get on? 2.5 points for qualifying games. They say still points. Still points. They need all the help they can get in those coefficients. 2-1 it was. Great. That's not bad. That's not bad. Brøndby got battered by Vikingur. Vikingur Reykjavik 3, Brøndby 0. That's an outstanding scoreline. Oh, Rapid. Great block. Oh, Dundee United doing everything they can just to get the ball away at this moment. And now Sturton up the other end. Good play. That's got to be our throw-in. And it is. Dundee United throw. Well played, Sturton. Well played, young man. Great centre-forward play, that. Definitely taking chances, but it's body on the line stuff at the back from Dundee United. It was a wonderful block back there. Again, I think it was by Jovu. Jovu's kind of redeemed himself a little bit in this second half, because I think he was maybe responsible, certainly for the first goal. Jovu was probably responsible for the first, but he's done really well in the second. And he scored last week, didn't he, against Una Strassen? So, there's a claim for the handball. It's a claim for the handball. Dundee United potential penalty. Oh, check it, ref. Check it. Check it. Let's have a check. Are you checking it? Give us a check. Is there a check? No check. Tommy, great channel. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I really do. United 7, do you let people in the box? Do I let people in the box? What do you mean, do I let people in the box? HSH, Colwell ACL is a huge blow for England next summer. Reckon he should have started. Well, I mean, it's a blow for England, but it's an opportunity, isn't it? We were just talking about this. There's an opportunity now for Jarrell Kwanzaa. There's an opportunity for maybe Charlie Cresswell. There's an opportunity for Jared Branthwaite. Lots of players who can come in. England, I think Mark Gay starts for sure for England. I think England, I think, are blessed with centre-backs at the moment. Callum Coyle, goal 2-2, yeah. United 7 as a guest. I can't as a guest purely because I'm live on other channels. So you might see over here, I'm over this way, I've got YouTube, I've got Twitch, I've got X, I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook. So I'm live on everything on a different camera over here, but I've got TikTok right here. So if I have you on there, nobody else can really hear you or see what's going on. So I think it'd just be confusing, to be honest. But I tell you what I am doing. I am, again, I don't know if you're over 18, but I am doing a guest segment. So through the week, I'm going to be inviting people on. If you want to be part of it, let me know. If you want to come on and talk football, we'll be doing a regular sort of panel where we just talk football. So if that's your sort of thing, and you want to be part of it, let me know. I still don't know exactly in what format it's going to work, but I want to be doing like an hour show a week, where at a time that works for most people, and we'll get together and do it. But the problem is, it's going to have to be probably during the day. That's going to be the difficult thing, because obviously we watch matches on a night, so it'll have to be during the day. Keaton, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. I'm a Liverpool fan. Unknown FRX, the Isak deal is pissing me off now. Why? It's done. It's done. Dundee United coming forward again. Shots. Miles wide. Tommy, who's your favourite all-time footballer? I would say Gerrard. I can't look past Stevie Gerrard. My hero growing up was Robbie Fowler. So I'd say Robbie Fowler was my favourite. Yeah, I'll stick with Robbie Fowler. Gerrard was amazing though. But Robbie Fowler was my boyhood idol. Caden, good luck for next season as a Sunderland fan. Likewise, mate. Yeah, likewise. A lot to like about Sunderland. We did the playoff final on this channel. I watched along, and it's probably one of the goals I've celebrated the most when Watson scored that goal. So God knows what you were like, because I'm a Liverpool fan, and I was, kind of screaming. It was amazing. If you want to check it out, go and have a look at the video on YouTube. It was mad. It was brilliant. I loved it. CFC, for once, United doing good business, signing Prem-proven players, not world superstars. Prem-proven players. They've got Sesko. I mean, Cunha and Mbeumo are Prem-proven, yeah, sure, but Sesko's not Prem-proven. Unknown FRX, what do you think it's done? What do you mean? I think the Isak deal. Yeah, the Isak deal's done. The Isak deal's done, mate. It's absolutely done. Vin, how much your Zidane kit? What Zidane kit? I haven't got a Zidane kit. Jimmy Smith, the Fiorentina Nintendo jersey is class, man. Cheers, Jimmy. Sligo boy, George Connolly. Ollie Marley opinion on the game. It's been great, actually. I've really enjoyed watching it, you know. Really enjoyed watching this one. And I didn't think, at half-time anyway, I thought Rapid were probably going to run away with this. But Dundee United have played really, really well in the second half. Fully deserved to come back into it. Dicky, Vamos, Dundee United, single bet over 3. Nice, well done. Tommy, who do you think will win the Prem? Well, Liverpool are certainly favourites. I don't know about if they will actually win it or not. You'd have to look at City, and you'd have to look at probably Arsenal. I don't see Chelsea winning it. I don't really see Arsenal winning it, to be honest. I think it's between Liverpool and City. It's between Liverpool and City again. Eric, I'm confused why Isak was not nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Because he wasn't playing in Europe, I would imagine. Jesus Ramos Zavala, Rapido Vienna. And how long we got? We got 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes left. Is there another goal in this game? Is there another goal? If you're watching along, please do click like and subscribe. We're live every single day. If you're watching, please do go and give us a like and a subscribe on the video. It means an awful lot. You can also find me, by the way, if you want to. No pressure. If you do want to, you can find me on those places over on Twitch, on Twitter, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. If you want to as well, I'm live every single day on all of these places, but I talk and chat shit on X every day. So if you want to follow me tweets, if you want to chat to me, go and give us a follow on X. Nearly 6,000 people following me on YouTube. I've got like 300 people on X. I'm a absolute peanuts. So I need a few of you to kind of migrate across if you can. Tone would absolutely love to see McTominay win the Ballon d'Or. That'd be bants. That'd be absolutely... That's like Indy Kayla becoming a top respected journalist again. It's the remontada that we weren't all expecting. But yeah, McTominay, how well has he done since going to Napoli? I love that. I really do love that on the sly. Sligo boy, I think this match will end 1-1 due to 2 late VAR decisions. Blake English, if I lose having Rapid money line for my last leg on my parlay, I'm going to be pissed. I still think there's a goal in this. Last 5 minutes. Fayaz, should Arsenal have got Gyökeres or Sesko? I think Sesko is better long term. Sesko has a higher ceiling. Gyökeres is the better player now. But I think neither player is enough. Neither player is really enough for those two teams to reach what they want to reach this season. Taylor Colwill out with an ACL. Yeah, that's the one everyone keeps talking about tonight. Yeah, the one everyone keeps mentioning when they come in the chat. Levi Colwill out injured with an ACL, and that probably ruins his season. He's out for most of the season now. Probably misses the World Cup as a result. What a shame. What a shame. And Chelsea are probably going to have to dip into the centre-back market. Maybe they look at someone like Mark Gay now, I wonder. Seville is coming off. Michael, is there any matches on tomorrow? There is, mate, yes. Tomorrow we're watching Birmingham City against Ipswich Town at St Andrews. It's the opening game of the Championship season. We're going to be live for that one. It's an 8 o'clock kickoff. I'll be live at 7. So if you want to come and watch along with us, we'll be live tomorrow. Tone, elbow to the face. Rapid Vienna have brought their number 9 on, Kara. Antist's gone off, Kara's come on, and Mbuyi has come on as well, the number 71, to try and get a goal in these last few minutes. Yanis Antist has not been the performance I was expecting from him. He's a very, very highly rated player. Same with Romeo Amane as well. The coefficient points on offer here aren't great, but it's about the bigger picture and the opportunity to get more Scottish teams contesting group games. You've got to get them in the league phase, haven't you? You've got to start changing the perception that the Scottish teams are there to make up the numbers. I've been really impressed with Hibs. I thought Hibs were really unlucky against Midtjylland. If not for, let's be dead honest, if not for 2 incredible goals, one of which was in the last minute, basically the last kick of the game, Hibs probably qualify. Hibs are probably in the Europa League and not the Conference League. I thought Hibs were terrific against Midtjylland. Sligo boy says Kyogo opener tomorrow. If he's playing. If he's playing. Edits GX5. Me and my friend have bet on Dundee. What do you think? No. No, I can't see Dundee getting... I think Dundee are happy with what they've got here. 87 minutes on the clock. If anything, it's going to be a rapid goal. Oh, very nearly was a rapid goal. It's going to be a corner, is it? It is going to be a corner, I think. Oh, Kucherenko got a big, important touch there. A very big save against the Mbuyi, who's just come on. It's going to be a corner kick to Rapid. And it's Schaub who's going to take it. Lewis Schaub. Whipped it in near post. Flick on. It's gone behind. It's going to be another corner. Kucherenko screaming at his back line to try and get this away. Try and get some order. It's man-to-man marking. It's not zonal. That's what we want. No man-to-man, no zonal stuff. Let's stay switched on. Man-to-man. Pick your man. Stick with him. I hate this zonal marking nonsense. Near post. Cleared away by Sapsford. Good play. Really good play by Dundee United. They hold it up and now they're on the counter. Sturton's in the middle. Oh, and he's just lost it. That's so poor. That's so poor. You'd be gutted if that was it. South of heaven, what game? We're watching Rapid Vienna against Dundee United, mate. It's 2-2 at this moment. Kee and I, Ian, 3-2, Olchak. Tommy, I will lose it if Rapid score. I can't see there being a goal in this now. Famous last words, mind you. I said that in the game against Midtjylland and Hibs. I think it's going to go to penalties now. I can't see a goal in this. 30 seconds later, bang. Midtjylland winner. Michael, this might not make sense, but saying Rapid goal makes it sound like he's running at 100 miles per hour at the defence. Well, yeah, that would be a Rapid goal, wouldn't it? Rapid goal, Rapid Vienna. Right, we've got 6 minutes. Oh, big deflection. That could have gone anywhere, and it's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner. The manager of Rapid Vienna is laughing his head off here. He can see it was just a shot from nothing from the centre-back. Rao Yao, shot from nothing, and it was a lazy leg just thrown out by the centre-back, Yovu, and it bounced into the floor up. The keeper Kucherenko was prone on the ground. He couldn't have got anywhere near it, and it went over the bar. Very, very lucky for Dundee United. Can they ride this out? We've got 5.5 minutes left to go on this one. Retham Day, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Give us a like and a subscribe if you're new around here. Josh Nash, watching you all the way from Kenya. Good to see you, Josh. Oh, it's in! Oh, Rapid have scored 3-2. Rapid have scored. They've done it. They've done it. There's going to be a check, I think. There might be a check as to whether or not is it onside. I think he's give offside. I've give the goal here. There's going to be a check. It looked onside to me. It looked fine. I don't know what he's actually give the decision for here. Has he blown up for a foul? What's he given? There's definitely going to be a check. What happened? Oh, Kucherenko, I tell you what, you are a lucky, lucky boy. I've been defending that goalkeeper all night, Kucherenko. I tell you what, if that goes in, you've had an absolute shocker. Absolute shocker. They're still checking this, I think. Still checking it. No, they're not checking it. It's been ruled out, and thank God. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Roberto, thoughts on Blackburn Rovers? We're watching Blackburn Rovers on Saturday, mate. We're watching West Brom against Blackburn. That's the game we're doing. The live watch along at 3 o'clock. So if you want to join us, if you want to watch along with us, we'll be chatting Blackburn and all things Blackburn on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, follow if you're on TikTok. Get over to YouTube, give us a follow as well. But it was a foul, by the way. That's what it's been given for. What was the foul? Let's see. Oh, that's soft. I tell you. Oh, he's offside. Okay. Oh, I thought it was for the foul. It was definitely not a foul, but it was offside. Bet you can't pronounce my name. Retham Day. Retham Day, is that right? Tone, it was offside. Yes, it was offside. The right decision as well, I think. But I thought he was giving it for a free kick, which it definitely wouldn't have been. And that keeper is a lucky, lucky boy. A lucky, lucky boy. Well, 2-2. The game's delicately poised. This one's going back to... it's going back to Tannadice. Very delicately poised. We'll have to do the second leg in this one. We'll have to cover it somehow. I don't know what games it's going to clash with, but I'm going to find a way to do Dundee United and Rapid Vienna in the second leg. I have to. Let's give a goal kick. Well done, referee. Well done, that ref. We've got 2 minutes. Sligo, you said Fowler earlier. Now back to Haunt Rapid. Fowler scored plenty against the Kee and I goal, please. I don't think we're going to get a goal. As Michael just said then, I've done the standard commentary curse when you said they won't score. Yeah, I've done that many times on this channel. Can't see there being another goal. Bang, goal goes in. Happens all the time. All the time. Tommy, were there limbs in the away end? Yes. Certainly for the second goal, for the equaliser, it was absolutely insane. There was the first goal, to be honest. If you watch the away end in the first goal, it showed you, the camera panned to the away end, and there was a fella who fell down the steps in the away end. It's quite high up at the Allianz Stadion in Vienna, and the away fans are, I think, tier 2. So yeah, it's quite a steep fall. Josh, watching you all the way from Africa. I love your show, and I'm giving you a like and a subscribe. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Sligo boy, Fowler. That was the lame gag. Oh, I was in Fowler. I get it. That was my fault. That was a great gag, mate. It was a great gag. It was definitely me, not you. CNR 3-2 in 6K. Well, you've got 30 seconds left and Dundee have got a free kick. They might win it yet. Not with a free kick like that, they're not. It's whipped straight in. Keeper gets a touch on it. Keeper gets hands on it. And he sent it straight up the pitch. Dundee United win it. Knocking it long. I think this could be full time coming up, you know. They've got to get it up the pitch. There's not long left. The referee's going to blow any minute now. That might be it. Could be Rapid 2. Dundee United 2. This is going to be the last attack. Rapid coming forward. Stood up to the far post. Cleared away by Dundee United. Cleared away again. Is he going to keep He's got to blow here, ref. He's got to blow. No, he's letting it carry on again. Another ball into the box. Flicked on. Claim for the handball. They're not getting it, and again it's cleared away, and this time the referee's definitely taking a look at his watch here now. It goes all the way back to Rapid's keeper. When he kicks this, surely it's full time. We've gone 37 seconds over the 6 minutes added. Tommy, was there pyro like... No, I don't think there was pyro. Didn't see any pyro in the away end. Rapid coming down the left-hand side. Chance for them. Stood up. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner. No, it's not. It's a double deflection. And it's gone out for a goal kick. And that's probably going to be that now. That's really good defending. Top defending on that left-hand side from Seville, who's had a good game, to be honest. He's done really well. To be honest, 3 out... I would say Kusharenko's had a good game. Savelli's done well there. Esselink and Jovu have defended really admirably. The only one, I would say, has been Kerestes. Kerestes, it's not been his night. But fair play to Sapsford. Great goal to get Dundee United level. 2-2. What a performance. What a result in Vienna. And it goes back to Tannadice now. Back to Tannadice for this one. Big, big game that one's going to be. Finners Matty, are you live for Birmingham tomorrow? Yes, I am. I am going to be live for Birmingham against Ipswich tomorrow night. I'm live at 7 o'clock. Game kicks off at 8. If you're new around here, my name's Kee. I watch football every single day on this channel. We do live watch-alongs from all around Europe, and we talk football usually while the game's going on. If there's not really anything happening, we talk all different teams. Most of the fans you'll find, most of the fans have got a pretty good... I say most of the fans. All the fans have got a really good knowledge because they're all from different fan bases. We're not like It's not a Liverpool fan channel, it's not a Man United fan channel or a Rangers fan channel. Everyone. We've got loads. We've got a great cross-section here. Lots of knowledgeable people. And it's really good fun. So if you like that sort of thing, give us a like, give us a follow. Means an awful lot. Brian, page followed. Excellent commentary. Thank you, Brian. Honestly, really does mean an awful lot, mate. It really does. Okay. 10 o'clock. I'm going to get back. I'm gonna end the stream there. And I'm going to wrap it up for the night. Wrap it up. Rapid. Tommy, I love this channel. What a guy. Sligo boy, tried to subscribe, but I must have done it ages ago. Can't remember. Great stuff. Thank you. I really appreciate it. For a guy who quit his job to do this, believe it or not, quit my job to do this, every little like and subscribe and those little nice comments of you, oh yeah, the commentary was good and I enjoyed it and I'm enjoying it and watching it from Kenya, all that means an awful lot. It really does. So thank you for all the nice comments and even the shitty ones too. Ollie, big result for Dundee. It absolutely is. Huge result for Dundee. Huge result for Dundee. Yes, so we'll talk about more tomorrow night. Obviously, I'll be back for Ipswich and Birmingham tomorrow. If you're joining us for that, make sure you've liked, and I will see you all. I'll see you all then. Have a nice night, whatever you're doing. Take it easy.